Alright, guys. So, I have TJ here, the developer for The Great Circle. We did a video on this game exactly 6 months ago now. So, we're gonna catch up on some of the latest updates that he's been pushing out, because there's been quite a few in that amount of time. Look at where the game's at now in its development versus, what the roadmap is for the game, and just kind of, take an in-depth look at where the game's at today. Let me see if it's gonna show. Okay. Let me change the screen to put in this password. I can already see a lot of some of the stuff that's been implemented just through the menu screen, because we have like animals in real time running around in the background back there. Uh, so we've got like a
Yeah,
springbok out. That's really cool. Um,
yeah.
their
Let me explain some of
territory
this.
and yeah, please do.
Yeah. So, what happened was the other night, I knew this was coming, so I tried to slip in a new update to fix some things, and I see
Yeah.
that I broke some stuff. You're not
Oh,
supposed to be able to see all this blue stuff on the screen right now. Not
that's
in the menu.
that's what always happens with updates on any game, though.
So, I did that to myself. I have no one to blame. But yeah, since we did our last interview like 6 months ago, I think, um, I've spent a lot of time rebuilding the AI system
Yes.
and like incorporating it into the world structure. So before, I was able to show some impressive things like that video with the lion chasing the player up onto the rock, and like as you try to go to the other side of the rock, it would go to the other side to try to meet you there, and it would like intelligently try to follow you.
Right.
Whereas before, I was using like long math calculations to make it look like it was doing a certain thing, to make it look like it's like intelligently following the player around. Now it's actually able to do that much more realistically. So like in a way, so like instead of calculating, it's like seeing if you're moving around on that rock. And it's actually doing that um, way more efficiently. Because if you notice in that video, there was only one lion doing that.
Hmm.
So imagine having like a pride of five or six, it's a much longer calculation. So it actually, you would probably see it like impact your performance back then. With the
Hmm.
new system, we're able to have groups of lions able to do that and more. So it's actually a much better platform for the AI. They can become way more smarter, and it's way more efficient. So we got to a new AI system, but now we got to do things like clean up some of the same old problems that we had with the old system.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I've been very, very AI focused, and there's this new thing called the Animal Communication Airways. And what that is on the screen, you can actually see it. It's basically, think about when you go outside every day, if you pay attention to the birds, they're like sending communications back and forth to each other. So in this world, I created a system where they can actually communicate with sound, and what you see on the screen is like the visual representation. Some of them are broadcasting. Some of them are saying I'm thirsty. Some of them are saying I'm tired. Some of them are saying I see a predator. You can actually see that in a way where it didn't exist before. So you're not supposed to see the icons right now, but this is basically showing you what the game is doing invisibly. Like, it's an actual living, breathing world that it's very much like what we have in our world. It's
Right.
just now the AI are like communicating with each other.
I actually think it's kind of cool that you can see it, because you're getting an understanding of like what those AI are seeing themselves, or like what they're communicating. Um, that's very cool. That's very cool though. All right.
Yeah, and so one of the challenges finding the balance between, all right, that's a really cool system, but like really nobody wants to like see like constantly like airwaves just everywhere, like sounds represented as icons all over the screen all the time. So the
No,
question is
definitely.
like, when to show that. And I'm honing in on like when you're scenting, for example, or like if you want to use a special skill or mode, you can just turn it on and see it briefly for 5 seconds and then turn it back off. But the important thing is that was a really important step to get the AI to that level to be able to have that system. It's actually a separate system. It now they can access that, and not only can they access that, they can access weather, they can access territory, they can access so many things, which will make what they do make a lot more sense to the player and make it a much more realistic survival experience.
Interesting. Okay. Um. All right. I want to look at some of these things that some of these animals that you've put on here. Now, tell me, with the animal models for this game, are you doing the modeling for all of these, or are some of these bought, or like how are we getting like the Tawny Owl model for the game? Because that's something that came up in a discussion for me yesterday, because I was telling people about this, and they were curious about where the actual animals are coming from.
So like for particular animals, I have to like do my own stuff. Or for particular like rocks or grass models or anything, like if
Right.
there's something like specific that I need that doesn't already exist, I have to make that myself, either with Blender or whatever I use. Or the best case scenario is some developer or some modeler has already made something, but they don't have a game. And so with Unreal, we use the Unreal Engine. They have a market for people who have pieces of games, but they don't actually have game projects, and people who have game projects, but they don't have all the things that they need. So we can kind of buy from each other and
Yeah.
hire from each other. Some people get jobs that way. So I do both, like whenever it makes sense.
Okay. So like for things like I would say the mangrove snake, like that doesn't seem like something that you would see in a lot of games because that's a very specific animal. Um, was that something that you had to work on for yourself?
So no. So
Really?
basically, something like that, for example, snakes are very you just grab a model and put different skins on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they basically that's how they work. Um, so for example, that you're gonna see a lot of different snakes because they're pretty easy to work on. If I need when I want to do the sidewinder, is one of the next venomous snakes I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take probably the puff adder because it's the closest to it in size and it moves a kind of similar way. I'll use that as the base and make certain alterations to it, reskin it, mess with the animations and things like that. So I already have a base to work off of.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons that I picked the certain animals that I did for the, let's say, first 50 or so. It's covering the whole spread. You got birds in there, you got mammals, you got reptiles, you got every body type because I can take something and then mold it into something else.
Right. Let me turn down this mini music just a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Let's
am I
see.
coming through okay with my
No, you're
volume?
coming through okay. I'm just seeing on the like I've got a monitor up here. I'm seeing that it's a little bit above our voice level, so I don't want it to like drown out the conversation.
Oh, okay.
So, out of these animals that we have on here already, I see we got a king cheetah. Is that just a different like subspecies of cheetah? I've not seen that before.
It's not actually a different species technically. It's just like it has a certain different appearance to it, but it's
Okay.
the same. It's the same species as a regular cheetah. However, there does exist what's called a king cheetah, and it's just basically like it's like got thicker black fur patterns on its back. It looks cool.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna give it a little bit of different abilities in the game, just because it's a game. But it's like it's the same species of cheetah.
Okay. Interesting.
But it's a real thing, king cheetahs.
So over here where we have our human selection,
Yes.
how tell me some of the stuff that's been worked on with these in the last 6 months because before I didn't have access to them so I couldn't check them out, but are they in a playable state now to where you can actually go in?
I believe you can access 2 of them. I think you can either do Jasiri and the student Ikari,
Yeah.
and you might actually be able to do the ranger. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There's a ranger that you're supposed to be able to. There's supposed to be three. I'm not actually sure. I haven't actually gotten in quite the amount of work that I wanted to get done on the humans,
Okay.
but I have done. If you want to try to just see if you can do Ikari, that one's interesting because that's a photographer kind of gameplay. So the
Okay.
idea of you go in with a camera and you're taking pictures of animals, and her as a character, she's like on a school project and she's one of the characters that like gets lost on a safari. That's kind of her part of the story.
Oh, that's cool. So since she's a photographer, are we using the in-game camera that's already in, like for when you're playing as the animals and you can take photos and things, or has she got a separate system?
She's got her own little camera. It's a really cool thing that I was able to put together. You're actually gonna it's kind of like a Polaroid.
Mm.
I'm working on a system that will let you have different cameras, so you can have the Polaroid. You can also have like a digital, like Nikon, for example. Oh, geez. I don't know if this is a, I don't know if this is gonna work. Give it a minute, and if it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
change, I think it might not work.
It's still got the please wait down in the bottom right hand corner. Usually, so I've had the issue of like long loading times the last time
Mm,
that I came in to check some of the things out, and a lot of the times if you just do wait and don't touch it, they do come in.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
don't touch it. You got to treat it kind of like loading into an ARC server. Just don't
yeah.
touch anything. It's fine.
Since I was able to have more NPCs in the world, I added a 10 seconds to the old loading time to just give it a
Mm.
little bit more time so that by the time you fade in, things are already loaded. But yeah, I'm not sure if that's the same for the humans because I threw some systems on without fully testing them. So this may not actually go anywhere.
All
That
right.
please wait is going to be there even if it's not going to do anything.
All
But
right, let's try to go into an animal then.
what you can do is press home, and for next time, if you want to access the main menu from within, you can just press home and it brings up the main menu that lets you
Okay.
select characters.
I did not know that. That's very good to know though. Let's go back into the early access. Which out of these have you done the most work to, like in the animal section recently? Because I'd like to see the ones that you're most excited about. Like, which animals on
um
here are you most excited to play with?
Elephant and giraffe have gotten the most work. That's why I have it locked to those for the animal survival demo. Which, by the way, you can kind of see the menu has expanded. It's a little
Mm-hmm.
messier than it's going to eventually be, but yeah, I separated human survival from animal survival, and hopefully that's making it a little more clear what kind of game this is going to be. Humans are going to be a very, very, very big part of the game, and animal survival is going to be like to a lesser degree what to a smaller degree of the content. There's going to be a lot more content than I think a lot of people expected it to be in the beginning.
Okay. Well, I mean, compared to a lot of the animal games that really I can't even say that are like this because they're not like this. They're all like massive multiplayer online like animal PvP games. Um
Hmm.
like they're very limited in, what is in the games so far. So this is, I don't know. There's a lot more content to be had with this game than with say like the battle royale animal games,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
very
They
exciting.
Yeah, a lot of the content is player and player, the player
Hmm.
versus player world, and there's not much focus on the NPCs. So this one is like the opposite,
Yeah.
with the NPCs as like the base reality for the world, and then the players are coming in, and the idea is supposed to be this world would be, continuing whether you're gonna play it or not. Let's see what we got here. Oh, you got elephant.
Hmm.
Okay, so we got our
Oh, we have a
fade.
bomb.
We do. Oh yeah, we didn't have a parent last time.
Yeah, yeah. It was it was a tough life for that little baby.
Okay.
I
Okay.
also I saw in our in your patch in the like updates on Steam. She's so cute.
So we have this is Enclosure A, Safari Land Park, Tanzania, Africa. So this is a new map that wasn't in the old one that you played. The old one that you played actually was a much huger map.
Hmm.
This is going to be a part of that map, but this one is kind of meant to be like the starter area. It's actually a fenced-in enclosure with other animals and stuff. And
Okay.
what you do in the story is you break out of this area. So I think what you'll do in um, the demo version of the story mode is you'll get up to the point where you break out of this, and then it's like that's like your introduction to the full game.
Wake up.
Now she's sleeping. What you can see on her icon is the you're not supposed to see that eyeball, but below that is she's in rest mode, and her HP is the first pink bar, and then underneath that is her sleep bar. Once that fills
Okay.
up, she'll be done sleeping.
Okay. Okay.
But you can kind of walk around if you want to, and she'll come looking for you. If you're not around when she wakes up.
Let's get a little zoom out on this. Look at this cute baby. Oh my god. Let's try our calls. Let me options. Let me turn some of this up a little bit.
I'm trying to see if I hear the Hadidas. I got some new birds. I think they sound great, but I haven't heard them in the recent updates that I put in. So I got to check and make sure everything's working.
Oh, there's mom.
Okay, now she's up. She's sending her first communication. The hearts spawn whenever there's not like the preferred animation that I want it to have. So
Hmm.
sometimes you'll see emotes in place of animations.
Okay.
And
And you
now
can
if you
see
look at her again,
she's going to water.
yeah, walk with her. So this is the first ritual that the player is supposed to learn. Um, it's the morning drink, the first drink of the morning. So she's gonna get up, take you to the watering hole. You'll notice that she looks over at you from time to time to make sure that you're still there.
Hmm.
If she sees that you wander too far, she will come and get you. But you should be safe right next to her.
Okay. I see I've got I don't believe that this green growth bar was in the last time that I played this either. So that's kind of cool to be able to see cuz all we had was the XP at the bottom.
Yeah, yeah. It was in the growth was there, but it was stacked in that bottom right hand side with the other stats. So I just moved it across the bottom so it's easier to see. And it seems like it's a better fit down there. Now, on the left side of your screen, you're also going to see beyond your 1, 2, 3, 4 communications,
Hmm.
there's autopilot buttons,
Yeah, so
starting
we
with
have the auto
7.
walk. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Return to
pressing that,
mom.
yeah, so problem with the version that you have right now is the return to mom one does not work for the elephant only, and I don't know why. It's one of those weird bugs that I don't immediately know what the cause is, because normally I know exactly what an issue is. I have not solved that yet, because it really shouldn't be a problem. Um, but yeah, you can auto walk. You should be able to auto navigate to mom, and then the last one is auto navigate to your most important destination. Is what that should be. So if food is what you need the most, we'll take you there. If water is what you need most, it'll take you there as well.
Got Patty back there.
Oh, what's that over there? Oh, it
Oh,
looks
looks
like a
like some kind
lion.
of cat. Yeah. Don't touch me.
Okay, the bushes are moving. All right, I was wondering if that was gonna work properly. So she's gonna be knocking stuff around, and this is like the precursor to the thing where the elephants are gonna be making paths as they walk over things. So they're gonna be
Yeah.
flattening. Yeah, this system is the first step to that. They're gonna be flattening stuff and knocking trees over.
And yeah, I remember you telling us about that the last time. I'm excited to see that kind of stuff in. Especially, I actually watched a documentary not too long ago that was talking about how um, hippos are responsible for a lot of the uh, riverways in Africa, like the more
Hmm.
shallow riverways, just because of the paths that they choose to take, and it just wears down the ground so that the water can come further in. So
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
yeah, I'm looking forward to things like that where the animals have the ability to change the landscape. Like for example, aardvarks digging burrows and things, and then other creatures can actually use those burrows that they dig. I actually want to have like a little system in place that aardvark AI will go around creating burrows, and if you're playing something like a fox or a jackal or something like that, you can actually find these burrows and use them, and they're generated by the AI. I'll just
That's
springbok at the water.
yeah.
So they've gotten better at knowing exactly where the edge of the water is. So they shouldn't be walking in too deep to the water. So this has turned out to be an improvement with their calculations. Our springboks are not quite done yet, so that's why their horns are totally black. But it's a huge success that we have the springbok because we didn't have any gazelle or ungulates like I wanted. So in a short order, we're going to be adding an updated Impala. We're gonna have Thompson's Gazelle. Gonna be looking at some kudus and other ungulates too.
Okay, it says you. Okay, now he's done.
Yeah,
Where are you going? Leaving water. I like that it gives you that little detail too, because the last time that I came in, I was on a giraffe, and she would be going to water, and I would be kind of confused because like even though she'd be done drinking, it would still say water.
mm.
So now that you can kind of see more in detail what the action is, it's a little less confusing. I thought she was getting stuck, but I
Yeah. I
guess she was
wanted
just
yeah, I put that there for you guys to have a little help in knowing what they're supposed to be doing, so that you guys can help report me to me like, hey, this thing is saying it's going to water, but it's clearly walking upside down on a rock or something like that. But yeah, they have so many little activities, sub activities, and then sub factors that affect what they're doing. It may look like they're stuck when they're actually not stuck. So I figured we need to see that next level beyond what's the sub activity inside of water. Well, they're going to need to leave the water because predators are eventually going to come to that water source. So that's the reason she has to leave it right after she drinks.
Another thing was the let's see, where's it at? Oh, the fat reserves. That's a functioning thing now, or the stomach and then the fat reserves? Because I know there was one that you fill up before you actually fill up your hunger.
That would be your stomach. So stomach slash. Oh yeah, it says stomach. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so stomach basically you put your food in your stomach, and then your stomach does the work of digesting, and that's what refills your hunger. That's what will refill. That's what will add to your fat if your hunger is already full. Then we'll go to fat. However, it does not work yet. Um, the reason it still does not work is the calories is something that I'm shifting to as far as like knowing how much energy an animal has throughout the day. Your calories will determine like how long you can stay asleep, how much energy you have to hunt, and how many times you can regenerate stamina before you're totally exhausted. And
Mm.
so that calorie system, it's a lot more complicated because I'm try to match it as closely as I can to like real world complications or calculations as best as I can find them. But it's taking a little bit longer. So yeah, you basically just want to fill up your stomach, and your stomach will refill your hunger. That's how that works.
What you doing, big mama?
All right, so that's an error there. Okay, so
It
that
looks
is
like she's
food.
eating. Oh wait, no, she's right. I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's food. So she took that.
Okay.
So I think the error you're about to run into. Oh, the Springbok's getting a little curious. It looks like he wanted it too. So the error I think you're about to run into is she's going to still be hungry, but move on to a different daily task. Let me see here. Yeah, so now she's roaming. Let me see if she self-corrects because I know she's not full. And this is an error because no longer can you see her icon. Her icon's
Yeah.
gone away. And it should always show the animal's name, the animal's level, and then the HP. And then right under that is the most important thing that they're focused on. So last time it was water. It should be food right now. If everything's satisfied, it should just say HP.
Mm.
But
Could we possibly do? Because I see you've got unfreeze parent. So if we tap that, is it possible for that to fix it?
I don't think she's frozen right now. She just skipped to the wrong task, but that's not a freeze.
Okay.
Now showing you affection, showing it back.
Oh, wait. Where
Let's
you going?
see.
Why are we not? Why are we?
Now she's moving. You can try it. You can hit the 0 and see if let's see what she does.
She's showing affection again.
Okay. So she's restarted. Oh, you got a guinea fowl companion. So
Is
these
that what he's a companion? He's
he's
a
gonna follow you. Yeah, he's gonna follow you. Um, basically you've got bugs coming off of you, and
Ooh.
unfortunately I haven't created like the icon to show that yet. You've got bugs coming off of you, so he's gonna follow you for as like a source of food. The advantage to that is if there's a predator that comes, then he will alert
Oh
you.
look, you got
Oh, there's
another
another
elephant
one.
coming.
Yeah. So this should be a tense moment because you don't know if a fight's going to start. However, I haven't put that in yet, so you should be fine.
You made me scared for a second. I was like, I was gonna run up to him all happy and excited.
So something has a distress call because in the bottom left side of your screen, okay, the danger went away. If your animal hears a distress call from a guinea fowl or a crow, it should show up as danger there. I think he's going to your mom. Oh no, he's
Where's
going to the water. He's definitely looking at you guys.
is that
So he's
a?
not
So is there any sexual dimorphism between the elephants?
not other than a little size advantage. The males usually are bigger for certain animals. So not yet, but I'm working on
Love me.
dimorphism for some creatures.
I'm gonna have to go get some food because my hunger is empty.
Oh yeah, go get some food. She'll uh she'll notice that you're moving away from her, and she'll follow.
What's that? Oh, I have to sleep. Okay, I'm sleeping.
That I'm needing to adjust that, so I'm going to make sure that you're not sleeping too early. So now you've just received all the experience that you gathered. That's been added to you.
Oh, okay.
That translates to growth, so you've gotten a little bit bigger. Um, Now the downside of that system is you can't see the growth happening. So when you wake up, you're bigger, but it's like you don't get that slight change over time that you get with other games. But I'm still working on reconciling the passage of time system, which is what you just experienced, and now it's like 12 hours later or whatever. reconciling that with gradual growth because I know people would like to see their creature develop slowly, visually over time. But we got to have that because we need the seasons and the climate and stuff and
See,
passage of time.
so I can still see what she's doing, even though that thing is bugged out because you have the little area underneath the communication,
Mm.
um, where it says like traveling,
Yeah,
all that good
it's
stuff.
meant to. Yeah, it's meant to. That little area is meant to show everything in your group, their current activity, but it's an incomplete thing, so it only shows her. Even if you had other things in your group, it
Okay.
wouldn't show them. On your side, because I know the Twitch screen is one thing. On your
Mhm.
side, is it too dark or is it too bright or is it about right to you?
It's good. I can see. I can see just fine. I can't see out past like I don't know. I'd probably say 10 feet from me. It gets dark, but I mean realistically, how far can you see in the dark? So
Mm, okay. Well, I'm glad to see that. I didn't want it to be too much eyesight at night. For something like a lion, I think it'd be better to have better night vision. But I think this is about like the default um, sight range at night.
go fill up our stomach, and then I'll head to that next watering hole.
Oh, nice. Twitch changed the thing. Last time, so you got to add on your screen, but I can still see what you're doing. Last time
Oh,
I couldn't see that.
you can sub and see everything.
That's right. Subscribe and see everything. Yeah, last time I wasn't able to see the
they
I lost some activity.
yeah, they've started implementing some of those banner ads, which is pretty cool. Like I wish that it was they would only do that, but
Mm,
then at the same time, as I want people to be able to, not miss out on gameplay, but it's also
hmm.
an incentive for subscriptions and things. So it's like it's a double edged sword, right?
Yeah.
Because there is a benefit, and then I don't know. It's gonna let me
Well,
try.
this I like. This is cool because I it's like it's a small corner, but at least I can see what's
Yeah,
happening still.
yeah. I think they looked at what YouTube is doing with some of those the banner ads at the bottom of the screens and stuff, and kind of realized people don't want freaking ads every couple of minutes.
Mhm.
So for these, when they say value over giving me like a number, is that because they're full or because they are not like like a very low value?
That's an error. It should show one.
Yeah, it does when
So
you walk up to eat it, but from far
mm,
away you can't.
from far away, it shouldn't say anything. If it's too far, you shouldn't really know what the value is, but
Right.
it should change to the number when you get closer. But yeah, that needs a little work. So that's another thing that's changed since last time. Last time, you didn't really get the icons for the food,
Nope.
the value on the icons. Um, but now you get the icons and you get distance. So you can see the distance in meters uh, from a water source, from the food source,
Yeah,
and
that's
now you
that's a
don't
big
need.
help.
Yeah, because
Cause
last time we couldn't really tell how close the nearest water was.
yeah, and I kept running to like faraway sources and overheating because it was like the middle of the day.
Yeah, the overheating thing,
There's
unfortunately.
there's a lot less death this time, which is nice. Hello, little beast. Are you gonna be an asshole? What are you
He looks
doing?
wet. It
He
looks like it might
does.
have
He's
rained.
shiny. It's we've got light rain happening right now.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
There might be a little error because I don't really see any rain on the screen.
I can hear it, but I can't like physically see it. But it also might be like, you know, that misty light rain. I don't know.
Well, I think I know what it is. It's the game thinks you might be underwater, so it doesn't generate below a certain point, but you're not underwater. So I'm gonna check on that.
Why did she just yell at me?
Oh yeah, so as far as with the animal communication system, one reason that that's important that you have like the animals sending messages back and forth is there are no generated sounds in the game. There's no generated ambience. Um, those creatures actually make the ambience in the game. So, and that's everything from birds to crickets to cicadas to like the white stork doing the click, 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 click that you just heard.
Yeah.
They're actual NPCs.
Oh.
There we go. That's the Hadida. All right, finally. Um, those are literal creatures. Like it didn't have to like generate those sounds. If you went in the direction of any sound that you heard, you would find the NPC that makes the sound. Um, very, very important. I call that like natural ambiance,
Mhm.
as much as you can call it that in a video game. But like, just because it's like it's not fake sounds. Like that's one thing I didn't like about um, I'm blanking the Isle is it's like you can't really go and eat a frog that you hear. You know, it's not there. You know,
Right.
in this game, if you hear it, it's there.
Yeah, that seems like it would be super important for, predators and things like that also. So, that's very cool.
Yeah, yeah. One way to hunt is just listen for something that you may want to eat. So yeah, I'm excited to do a lot more work on that too because a lot of the players want us, they want to start seeing things happening with the lions, with the wild dogs, with the cheetah, with all the predator animals because I've been mainly focused on the herbivores, the elephant and the giraffe. But we're
Ma'am,
gonna
why
be
are you throwing a fit? What are you doing? Tell me, stop running.
now. Sometimes she will threaten other creatures that get too close to you. So sometimes, depending on the sound that she makes, that sounded like a broadcast, but it sounds like she did it twice in
Mm.
a short amount of time. So she might have threatened something. So they will do that. That's a little bit of a placeholder thing. That smoke that happens when you press one.
Yeah, I was
Um,
trying to yell back.
yeah, it's meant to be like I think I'm going to let that broadcast serve as two functions to broadcast your presence, but also to like mark territory and stuff.
Oh,
So
okay.
that'll be how you go around just marking your territory and keeping other animals away from what you want to claim.
That doesn't sound nice. Sounded like something that might eat me. I'm kind of excited to see her get into a fight with something and just see how that goes. I did. So I checked this out a little while ago, and I came in as a baby elephant and got absolutely destroyed by a meerkat.
You did
this,
recently?
uh, probably a month or two ago.
Oh, okay.
But I came in
Uh,
without a mom, and it wrecked me.
oh yeah, that might have been before I put the level caps in.
Yeah,
Um,
it was like a 105 or something like that. Like, it was a very high level meerkat.
yeah, they cap at 20 now.
Okay.
Um, it's bound to happen if you're gonna have a level system and the NPCs all have access to the same system.
Hmm.
They needed something to tell them that they can't get too strong because from their point of view, you probably look like a small fry and they could take you because you're level one or whatever and they're level 105. So now the leveling is way more appropriate. They will take your size into account. It's not a perfect system yet because it needs to take into account the personality of creatures. And you should be able to stop an attack just by intimidation. That should always be a possibility. So you can
Okay.
change their mind. So it's like they're not locked into, oh, well, they have to attack you. They could be attacking you, and if you get their health to a certain point, they may call off the attack or run away. Or if you intimidate them, so if you three call at the right time, you may be able to stop an attack just through intimidation. So
Interesting.
all of that is going to be a part of the thing. Birds stuck in
If
the water.
you're stuck. Oh God, what just happened? Did I go too far in? What just happened?
No, it's going to be
Oh,
daylight.
okay. Yeah, it was the night vision.
And unfortunately, the night vision is automatic in the version that you have.
Mm. I can.
And it's,
It does let me turn it back on for a second within.
yeah,
Giraffe. Wait, did I jump?
you did. Yeah, that's that's for me. You're not, elephants can't jump. That's for development only. But yeah, you did. So in case you get stuck on a rock or something, you can actually hit the button for now and get that off. But yeah, this is a problem. So it's only a countermeasure because you're supposed to. What happens is it should only auto trigger it on or off at a certain time of the day one time,
Mhm.
and then if you want to turn it on or off yourself, you can hit the end button. But it should do it automatically because people will ask, "How do I turn on night vision?"
Look at all the
Oh,
ostriches. That is a massive ostrich.
yeah. See how big it is? Because let me see. I don't. I think okay. This is I think I finally fixed it, but let me see how big that guy is real quick. You are 3 feet tall, so it might be okay.
Hello.
So you're actually the smallest that you can possibly be as an elephant. I think that's actually that might be a
Okay,
normal
it may
size ostrich.
it may just be perspective.
So on your right side, it shows your height is 1 meter or 3 feet,
Well,
and they get up to 9 feet tall.
do they?
I think.
Wow.
Let
I
me
think
see. That one's
it's
overgrown though. I think that one's
okay.
overgrown.
I was about to say I did think it's taller than the elephant.
That's a normal size one, I think. That one right there.
So we got the boss ostrich.
That is the boss. So, and it looks like it's usually the alphas that get oversized. They're allowed to get a little bit bigger than the others if they're the alphas of the group.
So we're gonna just hang out with the ostriches until. Oh, she smothered me. No, ma'am.
I'm working on that actually being a real danger.
Oh
You
God.
actually like yeah, you get crushed by your mom if you're sitting under her when she sits down. I'm working on it because I think that would be I think that would be like a realistic concern, and it seems like it should make sense.
I'm trying to remember how I lay down or sit.
Yeah, you can only still sit at this point. You can't initiate sleep on your own just yet.
Okay.
Let's see, it's light rain conditions, 52 degrees.
Controls.
By the way, if anyone has any questions, put them in chat. I can't
Yeah,
see if
please do.
anyone's on there right now,
Um.
but
Yeah, we've got four in here right now.
okay. Let me I've just been talking. Let me check my notes real quick. One thing I want to have done the next time you do one of these is I would like for the co-op to be in so I could actually go in the level with you
Yeah.
as like a fellow thing and walk around because if people want to get closer to multiplayer, and that will be the next step closer to multiplayer.
Um. I'm trying to remember what the key is for me to sit. I know I can't sleep, but I was just gonna Lay. Controls.
That would actually be C.
C? Okay.
C. Yeah. Now, if you want to try something, um, if you were to load back in, you may get the sibling because I did complete the starting point where you actually have two, so it's you and a NPC sibling, and that was like my first step to getting the co-op working because the AI mom is going to need to take care of you and whoever you're in the thing with. So I did get
Okay.
that successfully work.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll probably check out the giraffe
Okay.
because I love giraffes. It's like my favorite.
They're one of my favorites too. Let me see if there's important things that happen. I'll load. Well, I guess the most significant things that have changed since the last time you streamed are the change of the AI uh,
Hmm.
base code and the animal communication system. Um, it's just I feel like that's going to be such a lead into everything else.
Right.
Um, just
Groundwork.
because yeah, it allows them to use so many other systems in the game, and it's so much more uh malleable for like getting them to be, you know, learn different behaviors like the predators don't all have the same. Okay, you did get you
Oh,
got
I did.
you got your
I got
mom
a
and then you got a
sibling.
yep, you did.
Cool. This is such a pretty game, though. Like that's a beautiful sight right there. Oh, we're
Thank
over on
you.
the fence line.
It looks like you're not quite
Or
at the
is that?
fence. However, if you go to the fence, you will see some cool human stuff. Um, I don't quite remember. You should be able to see like a big entrance building somewhere, but it's like hard to see through the trees.
What are you doing? He's just chilling. All right. I'm gonna wait for the mom to get up. Or actually, she's got a little bit of sleep left to go, so we could run over to
Yeah,
this fence line.
yeah, go for it. I want to see if the little guy will follow you. I think he'll stay close to mom, but in the next update, um, it'll give them the ability to stick with you if ever the mom is not around. And then if
Okay.
the mom is around, she'll be priority at some time. Sometimes.
Also, I like the change that you did with the holding shift and then using the mouse scroll to change speed. Like that's kind of cool. I like that a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, it needs more work, but like, yeah, because I was like, I found it getting in my way a little bit because when I wanted to hold run and then zoom with the camera, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot I mapped that to now the scroll, the speed. But yeah, I needed it feels like it needs to be there, but it needs to I don't know, it needs more thought or something. Because you want to be able to match pace with your herd,
Hmm.
but you don't want to overpace or underpace sometimes. Um, And you want to also be able to adjust your speed for when you're hunting. You want to be able to like crouch and then move kind of slowly, because that will affect how fast something can spot you. If you're in the grass and everything, but you're moving too fast, they'll be able to spot you and run away. So I
Right.
want you to be able to like control the
Ooh.
speed kind of granular like that.
Ooh, squirrel.
Did you see one really?
No.
We do have ground squirrels.
No, I just saw food. I was like, distraction. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, we got ground squirrels. We got feel like John Hammond. Oh, we have a T-Rex. We also have like the not the aardvarks, but the other ones. The we have pangolins.
Oh, okay. Little
Yeah,
armor boys.
yeah. So you will see lots of different creatures. I think it's like 102
God,
now.
she just scared the crap out of me. She teleported. Why you do that? She like dropped out of the sky on me. Kind of funny.
Okay, yeah, there's the border. Yeah, so I figure you have one simple goal in the beginning of the game or in this area is you want to eventually leave this area. So
Okay.
I'm building up the event that kind of happens that forces you to leave, but it's going to be tied into story mode too. But as far as it being still, as far as this still being in the demo, what I think will happen. Actually, I probably shouldn't say anything. It'll mess with the
No
story.
spoilers.
Something will make you leave.
Okay.
Because there aren't supposed to be predators at first. And it's supposed to be like give you a little bit of time to grow up a little bit, get a little level on you, instead of you run into anything.
Bird.
I mean, that bird should not be flapping on the ground. But
What is that? What kind of bird is that?
that is a eagle. That is a harpy. It's a harpy eagle.
Oh, so not something I want to be around.
It's a very big bird.
Yeah,
It's a huge freaking bird in real life. It's
I'm
not
pretty
actually
sure.
native, but
Aren't. Ooh,
it's what I'm using to work on. Like I've got a Marshall eagle and this other cool gnarly looking eagle that came from that.
mm,
It's kind of there as a placeholder, but it's a huge freaking bird in real life. It's like unreal. If you've never seen one before, you would think it's fake. Like the thing is huge.
oh, we got
It
more
eats monkeys.
giraffes. Oh god, got more giraffes up there. So she's a
Also,
loner,
what'll help.
so she won't
Mhm.
want to join other giraffes, will she?
It depends on their personality. Generally, most of the personality types prefer to be with uh, groups.
Hmm.
There's just more safety. But if she's a loner, she may not do that on her own. But if conditions affect her, such as suddenly she's hungry, suddenly she's injured, or something like that, she may choose to follow group under those circumstances. That's something new
Okay.
that we can do now versus before. It would be kind of static to where I had to set all the rules and they couldn't change once the game started. Now, if conditions change, I can have that set new rules for them. I can have their personalities make it like a percentage chance that they're going to decide to do one thing or another. So there's really a lot more individuality for each of these creatures, even within the same species. They can all have different personalities that make them recognizable and unique.
Okay.
And they get names. Like her name is Manda, and the system's not done yet. So you're going to see some of them it says no name. But the
Right.
idea is for all of them to have a name and basically a unique identifier. Atlas deer.
He's looking at me.
Yeah, now they also can make eye contact with everything, so they won't just, if they figure out they're too far away from the herd and need to go back, they won't just do that. Now they have to look and see first. So it'll be much more realistic. See how mom's looking and seeing you first. So if you happen to slip away and she's not looking, you slipped away. She doesn't know you're gone until she looks for you and she realizes you're not there.
Okay.
We've got So there's a little helper to help you kind of know how much is going on in the world around you. You've got 26 NPCs are near you, and
Hey, I got
I
offline.
I think that's about where it started to like degrade performance last time. But now you can get, some people have got like over 100, and they said like they didn't really have any issues with
Hmm.
frame rate. So all the creatures are way more efficient than they used to be.
Yeah, I think a lot of mine is also just the fact that I'm streaming in Discord. I'm streaming on Twitch. It puts a kind of a toll on your computer.
Oh yeah, but yours looks good though.
I have
Yeah.
everything turned up all the way also. So
Oh, where's this other one going? Monda's going through the water. That's an error. You can call her back with 4 if you want. Let me see if that fixes her.
no, don't go in the water.
Yeah, you may have started a panic. They should come back. I think that'll be fixed once I get all the water stuff situated again. Right now, if you were to walk into deep water, it would crash the game.
Oh no,
Yeah,
not
but
gonna do that.
but the good thing is it's supposed to. Like it should crash the game if you walk underwater. That won't be the result once I'm done, but it's it just like the AI system needing to move to a new thing. This water system I'm bringing in also needed to take place as well, and that's when you're going to see all the water creatures coming back, like the crocodiles and the hippos and the snapping turtles, all the water life, the fish, all that stuff is going to come back, and it's gonna be way more efficient than it was before, so that you can have uh, vistas like this where you have all these animals at the watering hole, just like they would be in real life, and the game not crashing because there's like 70 something creatures on the screen.
Turtle.
That is a sulcata tortoise. Yep.
That makes me happy. No, don't go in the water. Okay.
Looks like he stopped just shy.
Come back. Oh, here she comes. I think. We got a rhino over there.
And then they're off to do their thing. Now, another cool thing is even though there's like 18 near you, that's not actually revealing the entire amount of creatures that are active on the map right now. It's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,300 if all of them spawn and they have, let's say, a good number of them have mid-size herds and stuff with them. It's going to be like 1,300 moving, eating, calculating, doing things right now, and it's still not like crashing everything.
Right.
That was not possible before.
I see we've got a man-made structure over there in the distance. It's like a tower of some kind.
Yeah, you want to go check that out?
Yeah. I'll
It's
see
a
if
bug on my desk.
I move away from here if mom will come back. I also the the little birds on the rhino's back.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
very cool.
now if you think that's cool, They're not moving right now, but they will.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, it's really cool where I've gotten the thing right where creatures can like walk over surfaces at like different angles and stuff. So they're actually going to be able to walk all over your body. And if you have a wound, like if you have an open wound, they'll go to the wound and actually like eat maggots
Oh,
and stuff off the wound.
wow.
It's gonna be so cool. That's actually how you're gonna keep from getting like infected and stuff. Like they'll clean your wounds for you and stuff.
That's cool, but it also ugh. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a little gory.
it'd be cool if you could also do like a shake animation where you could like,
Mm,
shake and make
shake them
them
off.
get off you.
You'll be able to like if you start sprinting, they'll like fly off of you, but then they'll try to work their way back to you. That's probably how that would work.
I think it was in this direction. I can't see it now. I can see it from over there, but I can't see it from over. Oh, there it is. Nope, I have no sense of direction.
Okay. Oh, okay, it was the guard tower. Let me see if they have the if I put the clue on here. I know if you follow the fence and towards the entrance, there's a your story elements on it. But let me see what the thing shows here. Okay, it looks like it's still blank. It's gonna be a whole thing. You're gonna see branding for the company that runs all this. It's gonna be really, really cool. Oh, it looks like it's
Okay.
got a bush on it. I think there's a bird in it.
Is there?
Some of this you can't
There's
like.
something.
There's definitely something in there. It's outside the border. Oh, interesting.
I'll hit up some of this food while I'm right here. I can't see mom's things anymore.
It looks like it says she's supposed to be coming to you, but
I think she's stuck under there.
she might be stuck. A 4 or 0 call might fix it, but
See, now it says she's traveling, so maybe.
it'll eventually get her back over to you because she's gonna move out of that spot and then realize you're not around it and come looking for you.
Ooh, body temp's gonna start getting high. I think it just went up a little bit. Let's see.
Oh,
It's 98 degrees outside. Body temp's at 100. I like how that's not just shooting straight up anymore.
it still needs
Cause
a lot of work because I didn't realize the thing would still go up that quickly.
mm,
So it needs to. It went back down.
mm-hmm. That's because I'm going to sleep.
Oh, okay.
So no nap, nap now.
Now, what I want to do here is like give you a grade. So like based on how well you just like give you you got this grade for the day because you found water, you found companions, or you didn't take any damage, you want to fight or something like that. So it'll tell you how well you did at that time.
Okay.
But it's not done yet. And this is not a good thing. Like I don't like it taking away the thing.
Oh, is that mom? That's
I
a
believe
giraffe.
so.
Okay, so since she got stuck, I think it did that thing again.
Yeah. So there's one other thing you can check out if you want. The on the next restart, I believe you would get the B site map. So it's a different one. So this is enclosure A. I made an enclosure B for testing, and things look a little different there. I'm curious to see how it would look for you and if it affects your performance at all. But
I'm
it's
looking for that eagle.
oh, if
Is the eagle playable on here yet?
which one?
The harpy? We have
No,
golden eagle right here.
golden eagle is.
Okay, let's check that out because I do want to get an oversight of like the map and stuff before before we call it. I want to take a good fly around and see everything.
I think I probably should have told you to get the secretary bird. I think it flies better.
Does it? Okay, we can do that
I
once we
think
get there.
though. You know what I'm noticing? Have we heard music at all?
No, but I also have it turned down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I have been scoring a little bit recently, so I'm hoping to get some more of the original stuff that I made into the music rotation.
Nice, nice.
I think it sounds pretty decent.
That'd be very cool to have some original stuff put in. Let's see. Now that clicking thing I'm hearing, that's what is that? You said that's some kind of bird?
Oh, that is a white stork.
Okay.
Yeah, it's surprising they make that sound because it sounds like they should sound like a Hadida or whatever, but yeah, they click. And they're similar to what else does that? The shoe bills
The
are
shoe
even
bill
worse.
sounds like a freaking dinosaur, is what it sounds like.
It smells like a machine gun. Yeah,
That's scary.
they lot. It turns out like a lot of the storks kind of do that. They just kind of click their beaks.
Oh, we got some flappy flap action happening.
Yeah. Okay. So it is a little bit. So what's happening here is it's supposed to be in a sleeping animation,
I said nope,
uh,
only flap.
una- unable to fly, but
Oh
it's
god.
not able to. Yeah, it needs work. It needs work. I had been putting in. I did work on the African fish eagle
Okay,
instead.
okay. Here, let's you said the secretary bird?
I think Secretary Bird's gonna be your best bet if you want to fly around a bit.
Okay. Let's check that out.
But yeah, it's a lot of animals to maintain because it's like,
I there's no judgment. I found it a little
unfortunately.
funny.
But yeah. Thankfully though, I've set the foundation the right way. So when I make a system, it should work for every bird. So then it's
Yeah.
just a matter of like adjusting the perch height or adjusting where they can sit on branches and things like that. But they use the same
Okay.
flight system.
I come from playing freaking um the Isle in Path of Titans flyers, so I can't I can't hate at all on anybody's flight system.
Yeah, I'm trying to go for like something as unencumbered as possible. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't want it to be. I almost don't want even people to even call it a flight system. You know what I mean? It should just feel like natural movement. Um, let's see how the Secretary Bird does, and let's see if we get the other map. Because it looks like you got the same map, everyone. I'm hoping that when people read these quotes when they first start the game, it takes them out of video game slash arcade mode
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of gets them thinking philosophically for a second because I really need them to like focus on what they're doing here. What they're doing is trying to get the like,
Yeah, he's
dang,
sleeping.
yeah, but you're in the same map. It should be
You
like it shouldn't be the same map.
That's funny that you can tell just by like just the grass. He's like, that's the same.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think the trees and then the other one are substantial, but let me know how that guy flies.
Mhm.
Now there is a limit on its altitude,
Okay, okay. That might be what
but
I'm.
that's why you can't go too high, because I don't want people to be able to see too much of
Oh, that's
certain
sleeping.
area. Yeah, and then there's that border there.
I can go a little higher. I just have to go at a little bit of a angle, I think. Let's go hit the watering hole. Some zebra over there. What is that guy? Is that another secretary bird?
That is a white stork.
Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna assume. Oh, nope. How do I go down?
You can press left cap lock to dive down, or you can just kind of go down. It automatically lands.
Filled up on some water and food so we can go fly around.
Other than the co-op, I'm hoping to bring back the full map as well, because I miss being able to go from region to region and stuff like that. And you really need that whenever you play birds, because they cover ground so quickly.
Mm.
It feels like the map is 5 times smaller whenever you play like a creature that can fly.
Okay, there we go. I was just pressing space too many times. Head over towards the west.
So you're not supposed to be able to see specific stuff like sleeping
Mm.
from creatures that are not the same species as you.
Okay.
However, in the thing that you're in, you can actually see that. But just so you know, there are different types of things that they're communicating to each other. So it's not just broadcast each and every time. There's broadcast, but then there's reply to broadcast. You can tell replies versus just messages being sent out because it has an arrow pointing backwards on itself when it's a reply.
What is that?
But
Business.
yeah, all that activity is how they what is that? Oh, it's just a rock.
Okay. It
I'll,
looked like a creature of some
I thought it was
sort.
a toad.
I'm looking for something small that I can eat. Oh, I hear guinea fowl.
That's predator alert. So how's the turning? Does it feel right to you?
It feels a little like it needs a little more resistance.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah,
So like
because
it
when
turns
you
too quickly.
like when you turn, you can just like straight up fly backwards.
Mm, yeah.
Let's see. All the times that I can't see the sounds. It's when I want to look for the small things. Nope. Go that way. What are you doing? No. Okay.
So it's not active right now, but I did work on like an eagle eye kind of mode where when you fly, things that you can eat that are small that you would consider a target,
Mm,
like that, will light up on their own. This right here is target locked, but it'll just on its own just light up. Um,
okay.
but it wasn't very performant was the issue before. Now I think it actually will work much better. Um, But yeah, I'm thinking of bringing that back real soon, and for it to just be an automatic thing that'll just happen whenever you take off.
We can go over. See, oh, what is that? Ah, I'm not sure if I can
Spring
kill that.
Springbok. Nope.
Oh, that's a giraffe. Doesn't seem like the kind of thing that this would be able to hunt.
Too heavy duty. So you should be able to go to a water source would be your first instinct. However,
Yeah.
because water creatures are turned off, now you can't go over there and grab a
Monkey!
crab. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a monkey. Oh, you can kill that. Oh, that old thing is showing up. That should not work.
Did I kill it? Wait, am I attacking it?
There you go.
Oh god, his head turned around on me.
Yeah, it looks like he's stuck. Something's wrong with him because I saw the old HUD come back. He's gonna fix that.
So I have has like pounce.
Yeah.
Oh, did I get it? There we go.
That looks correct. So he's got 18.35 value of meat on him or nutrients,
Mm-hmm.
and the body's there until the nutrient runs out. And it decays over time as well.
Okay.
If you look at it real close, I think the system is supercharged in its speed, so you actually might see like a decay happen on it.
I don't think
But
I
that,
can actually see his corpse. I think it fell like through
uh-oh.
because
Oh yeah, yeah,
he
that
was stuck. Yeah.
yeah, that's a mistake. Yeah, the body falls through, but it thinks it's still there.
Hmm.
Yeah, you should be able to see the corpse because the corpse is rotting right now. And it looks really cool, so I'm annoyed that we can't see it.
I'll go. We can
But
definitely
oh
go
well.
take something else out at the watering hole and try to take a look at that.
I'm sure it's gonna happen over there too.
Okay.
Um, yeah, they use the same system, but we'll get it fixed. It'll be better next time.
Yeah, because I want to. I mean, this definitely won't be the last stream we do with this game. I want to follow it every couple of months, and get back with you and see what progress has been made and all that stuff. Because it's in a better state than it was for sure the last time we played it. Um, so I'm sure
Yeah,
6 months from now it'll be in an even better state than it is today.
yeah. 6 months, I'm hoping it's unrecognizable. I'm hoping it's changed that much. Here, I think it's harder to really see all the change, and I think the changes are kind of low impact until they all start coming together. Like that eye contact thing with the AI thing is so huge. You really only see it when they turn their head, but that leads to them calculating things like look at the size of that creature.
Right.
Like, does it intimidate me? Does it have food? Like, whenever they look at something, now they're doing certain uh, considerations and calculations that's going to drive what they do next. So that's also a new way that you can interact with animals. So it's like if you want to prove dominance, do something dominant within the sight line of the creature, and they will recognize that as dominance. Like, why is that thing three calling me? Or why is that thing like attacking the ground and stuff like that? You can communicate things that way because now they're looking and taking in the world the same way that a player does.
Oh, anteater.
Angling? Oh, that's a vulture.
Oh, gosh, I'm blind. I saw that his body as like the anteater with the tail, like the giant anteater.
Oh, okay. We don't have those yet. I don't know if we're gonna have those. Apparently, they're not native, so they
No,
might. Yeah, the
there isn't.
giant ones. Oh, yeah, that's one of the
Oh wait, I can't.
ranger.
Oh, ow, barbed wire. Interesting. So I can check this one
Yeah, that's one of the ranger vehicles. You can actually drive it.
out. Can I?
Not you, but it looks like you triggered a cinematic. So when you get into or beyond those gates, it triggers a cinematic because it's a new region.
Okay.
There are my Hadidas. Should hear them way more often, but we'll get that squared away too.
Okay, he's sleeping. I thought it was something dead. It's like food.
Yeah, you can find just dead carcasses and stuff laying around too. So you can just grab carrion.
Got a boar. Got some elephant over here. So just I don't think we checked out this area. This open. What is that? Nope, not you. You. What is that?
That looks like a blue crane.
Oh, okay. We have another one of our alpha.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like a
That's kind of
dinosaur.
funny. Oh wait, is he hunting? Are you hunting or are you just running?
Might be hunting. I don't see what it's chasing. It might have picked something that's way too fast. But it's been spotted by the guinea fowl.
Oh, there's several of them here. Oh, it's trying to. I think it's going after this bird. Maybe no.
Something's not right because I don't think that the speed of its run is correct. Now it stopped.
Got some skulls. That's kind of cool. What are you doing?
Herd of zebra.
That's a large herd of zebra.
Let's see how many it is. The thing will tell us how many NPCs are near.
36.
Oh, 36. Okay. No problem either. I guess we're not going to see it here, but like so the lions did gain, they regained that ability with the rock, but they also have this really cool thing where they'll circle prey
Mm-hmm.
and try to get you to turn your back and then go after your blind spot. They've got that ability too. Not only that, but all the AI now have these learning slots that I can put in learn behaviors. And so you can have a lion that is like a lower level 20 or something like that with maybe like 3 learned hunting behaviors. However, you might have a lion that's like maxed at level 50 and it has like more hunting strategies that make it better at what it does. So these creatures are capable of like learning new behaviors. Some of them are scripted to like be gained at certain levels, but then others can be learned by observation. You would never kill that thing. It'll go in its shell when you hit it.
That's it. No, I don't think I hit it at all. But that's probably a skill issue. Oh, I'm overheating.
Yeah.
Does this count? Does this count as a bush? No, it doesn't. Oh, shit.
I don't think you won't die, but it will take your health all the way down. But drinking water should make it go away, or submerging in water.
Bush. What was it? It was C. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Recovery's faster than I thought.
I'm kind of excited for whenever you get because I see that like you have milk as one of the options on there. So
Mhm.
if the baby mammals could like nurse versus having to find food and water immediately, that'd be really cool to see.
Yeah, that's what that's for.
Mm-hmm.
That'll I've got one other task to do for like just putting the placement on their body so they can know the drink location where they can access it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're getting closer to that. There's just other things to figure out, like with like how much nutrients they gotta get from the food to be able to nurse and things like that.
Right.
But yeah, that's gonna be really cool to just come across and just see just even more just natural activity like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just sells the environment so much better.
It also gives you another benefit for like when you spawn in with a parent versus as an orphan.
Yeah,
Just another leg up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Definite advantage. Yeah.
Don't step on me. All right. Well, is there anything else that we want to cover before calling it? Because it's about 11 for me.
Oh yeah, it's oh dang, it's late. It's 12 for me.
Mm-hmm.
No. Want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you for checking out the game. Um, yeah, I guess I just want to let you guys know that I'm working on that the next important things to add to the game will be bringing in the co-op, finishing up the overhaul for the combat, hunting, and just making things just work a lot better and just not having like the errors and stuff like that and just making this more exciting. I'm hoping that it'll be fun to like develop creatures over time and build their stats and build their levels and just give you a lot more stuff to do, as well as just letting these other game modes breed. So, playing that safari mode, playing that park ranger and human survival. I'm hoping to bring those online pretty soon too.
Well, we are definitely looking forward to it. Um, but yeah, thank you for coming on and giving us the inside info on all the stuff that's happening with the game and telling me about some of the new updates and everything. I appreciate having you here.
Yeah, yeah. Don't forget, you can join the Discord for continued news about the game. If you have the game in your library, it'll update automatically, but I'll be posting the Steam notes with every little minor or major build update, so keep your eye on
Yep.
that.
And if they donate to your Patreon, they get the early access. Is that correct?
Yes, so they can access more of the creatures, and
So you'll get
they're also
access to
going to
everything that I have here versus just
yeah,
a few that are in demo.
correct. So you can do that with the Patreon. You can do it with the Discord too. Discord now lets you do like subscription, so you get the same benefit. And if you just want to just help the game, there's also a PayPal link. So if there's any way you want to do it, every little bit helps
Mhm.
a lot. So
All right, man. Well, that's gonna do it for us.